Hey there, everyone, and congratulations. You have won a vacation, specifically a guilt trip. I'd like to encourage you, if you're interested in any of the ads shown over on the right column, to give them a click. I would appreciate it. And a little tech tip for you, you can right click on those ads in order to bring them into a new tab so you don't jump off the browser, or jump off this page, I should say. In any case, I saw one article on MarketWatch about how a bear, famous bear, seems ready to give up for now. For a sec, I thought that was going to be me, but it wasn't. It's Peter, how do you say this? Eliades? Anyway, I sort of find it interesting that prominent bears are throwing in the towel. I think when our friends in Georgia ever give up and throw in the towel, maybe it'll be a really good sign. Who knows? But the month is over, the quarter's over, and for the Bears, certainly good riddance. But let's look at a few charts. Today, we'll see how many of these I can get through. But I've jotted down a few symbols that I want to take a look at in no particular order. First, let's take a look at the gold index here, gold bugs. This is kind of an interesting one. On the one hand, and I know our friend Gary Savage is following this very closely. On the one hand, this looks to be on the cusp of really an historic breakout, which would really declare a sea change in the entire economic environment if this thing actually pushed above its high and really continued to shoot higher. I think that would pretty much show the U.S. dollar is doomed, and would be probably pretty bad for equity bears too, I would think, with the exception of gold stocks. On the other hand, gold stuff has been really hesitating to hang on to a breakout. If you look at GLD or SLV or GDX, they all seem to be having some trouble here. So worth noting. What folks like Gary, I'm sure, would like to see is a sustained push through there, kind of a no questions asked kind of push, but we'll see. Some equity indexes are easier to call because these things aren't at the cusp of really anything, but they early today did make a push that seemed really bullish and then just fell apart. That's extra weird since it's the last day of a very bullish quarter. You would think the so-called window dressing everybody always talks about would compel people to buy CRM and Apple and Netflix and Priceline and never look back. But they looked back immediately. Looking at the Russell also, kind of the same thing. This has been one of the stronger ones. It got to levels really not seen since May. And just flipped around with a loss for the day. So October should be interesting. When we entered September, I was pretty enthused about it. It didn't take long to change that disposition. But October, traditionally stronger than September, although the whole seasonality thing, I think, doesn't matter a whit right now. Obviously, September was incredibly strong, and historically it's been the weakest month of the year. But are we going to yet again have one of these, down, 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 down kind of events where we're seeing this kind of sine wave? Or is this so-called base going to fulfill itself and have things move higher? Don't know. One thing that's really going to answer that question is the Forex market. Now, I've been pointing out the euro here, and I've been pointing out this fan line as a area of resistance. It's obvious that the market is pushed higher than that. However, I just wanted you to take note that these things aren't steel walls. We see here and certainly here that these things do sneak past these lines to some degree, but snap back all the more strongly. So I haven't really given up on the euro turning south again. If we continue pushing higher, the next level of major resistance is way up here. Were we to get that high, I mean, good Lord, I wouldn't be surprised to see the equity markets at yearly highs at that point if the dollar continued to be that horrible. So if you knew what this Forex market was going to do, that pretty much answers all your equity questions. I have not much time left, so I'll just show you a few longs and shorts here. Got a number of long positions. I think I've got 16 long positions right now. Some of them are just nice, simple, new high breakouts from a pretty decent base. This is an example. Here's another one, XEL. These bases in some cases are years long. And, you know, it's not like it's from any incredible low level, but these are rather strong stocks moving into lifetime highs, and that's kind of what you want to see. Some stocks are younger than others. RAX is an example here. I've mentioned this more than a few times. Nice big increase in volume there. Wouldn't be shocked if this eased back to this level, around 23.51, but a very, very pretty breakout there. Another, probably among my favorites, is INFN. Nice pickup in volume. Very pretty multi-year breakout there. This is the kind of stock that potentially has the, I think, ability to go up hundreds of percent ultimately. How about a few shorts? Here's one just because I think the symbol's so funny, and also it was one of my best shorts today. AAWW. This is one of those items which had a huge push up in the 2009 recovery, but seems to be kind of giving up steam here. It stopped making new highs. It's beginning to make a series is only two, but lower highs and lower lows. Kind of wondering what I should do here, because it's definitely closed this gap. So on the one hand, you could cover based on that, but on the other, you could continue to see this going in maybe the high 30s. So kind of a tough call there. What are some others? ANV. This is a real pretty one because it has a situation where it's broken the trend line, recaptured the bottom of the trend line, is starting to move away from that. Should metals get even somewhat soft, this is the kind of stock that I could see going down 20, even 30%. Even if miners are really strong, it's really hard to see how much more gas something like this might have. Here's another example in the metals area, GRS. Very nice pattern here in terms of a topping perspective, and pretty surprisingly weak considering what metals have been doing recently. To see this kind of action recently doesn't bode real well for that kind of stock. Now here's about the biggest stock there is, or one of the bigger ones, Intel. Not an incredible pattern here or anything like that, but I would note that it's a pretty clean short. If you wanted to short the NASDAQ, this is probably one of the safer ways to go, with a stop just above here at 1988. If things got weak, it'd be a lot easier for this stock to fall than to rise anymore. Let's take a look at a few more. Amazon has been amazingly strong over the past year or year and a half, and this one is at the very tippy top of this like decade-long channel here. So once again, if there were weakness in the market, this is the sort of thing that might get quite weak. In a real weak market, you could see this losing like about a third of its value. That sounds huge, but that would only be back to the levels that it was at just a few months ago. So not too crazy of a speculation right there. CYH, very nice, badly broken this major trend line, and a lot of kind of open air beneath here, and a series of lower highs and lower lows with a pretty kind of sort of okay topping pattern up here. Kind of a nice combination of price action for a short. And we'll close off with REN 1010 here, TIN. Well, it's again not a bad looking short, although not much to say about it. I'll just kind of let your eyes do the judging for yourself. Anyway, here's hoping for a good October. Thanks for any ad clicks that you threw my way. And we will end the week but start the month, hopefully with a bit of a bang. So thanks for stopping by, and good luck to y'all out there.